Hey Pewter Report listeners, James Hill here, back with yet another video. In this one, I want to dive a little bit deeper into a player that Dave Canales, the Buccaneers offensive coordinator, gave a pretty good amount of praise to when he was on one of the more recent episodes of the Pewter Report podcast here on the channel. And the player that I want to talk about specifically is Keyshawn Vaughn. And I want to talk about the idea of Vaughn potentially surprising some Bucs fans, media, and just a lot of people in between regarding this upcoming season, because one thing that was so interesting to me regarding Dave Canales and him giving a lot of praise for a lot of different guys was his praise of Keyshawn Vaughn. He went as far as to say that Vaughn has made all the runs and has looked very, very good regarding fitting into this new Buccaneers offense, which I thought was a very interesting quote, some very interesting praise to give. And the reason I say that is because going back to the 2020 NFL draft, Keyshawn Vaughn, former third-round pick, 76th overall selection in that draft, folks. And I remember at the time, a lot of Bucs fans were confused about that selection. They were definitely trying to figure out where Vaughn's role was going to be. And so far up to this point, we still don't really have a pretty clear answer on that. Keyshawn Vaughn is going to be 26 going into this upcoming season. And so far in his NFL career, he has not had a ton of opportunities. He's been inactive for multiple games. The most amount of rushing attempts he's ever gotten in a single season was 36 back in 2021. That was also the same year he got the most rushing yards in his NFL career so far up to this point with 180, and he also scored 2 rushing touchdowns, the only 2 rushing touchdowns he has ever scored in his NFL career. He has played behind guys like Ronald Jones, Leonard Fournette, most recently Rachaad White, obviously, but now you have an opportunity here for Keyshawn Vaughn going into a contract year, by the way, because Ronald Jones, he's long gone. Leonard Fournette is recently gone. And you have Rachaad White, who is going to be that running back one. Dave Canales has raved about Rachaad White ever since he has joined the team. But this is the first time I have heard a pretty good amount of legitimate praise from, obviously, the OC for a guy like Keyshawn Vaughn. Now, Vaughn is battling against Chase Edmonds. That is going to be one of the more interesting training camp battles to pay attention to, but Vaughn has the biggest opportunity in his career so far up to this point that he has had. So it will be interesting to see how Vaughn is going to do with more touches, with more opportunities to get the football in his hands. Now, one can argue that, hey, being a former third-round pick, he should have already been getting these opportunities, and maybe it does say something as to why he wasn't getting those opportunities, but I will still say that, hey, Vaughn was playing behind a lot of good running backs there in Jones, which Ronald Jones was a good running back for the Buccaneers whenever Keyshawn Vaughn had first joined the team in 2020. 2021, he was playing behind Fournette. He was still playing behind some good running backs. I believe Ronald Jones was still on the team. And then you do have Leonard Fournette and Rachaad White in 2022. So, again, there was a lot of good backs that were just getting more opportunities, more touches ahead of Keyshawn Vaughn. But this also isn't the first time that we've heard Vaughn get praise. We've heard Bruce Arians talk in the past that Vaughn could be a lead running back in the NFL. Now, that didn't lead to more opportunities for Vaughn, but point being is that Dave Canales isn't the first guy to give praise to Keyshawn Vaughn on this Buccaneers coaching staff in the past. Bruce Arians has done it before. Now Dave Canales, a new Buccaneers offensive coordinator, has done it also. So you have two very different offensive minds, two obviously completely different coaching staffs that have liked what they have seen from Vaughn. So maybe it was just a victim of circumstances type of situation where Vaughn was just unfortunately stuck behind some guys in the depth chart, and now with these new opportunities, he can really surprise some people. I think that it is certainly a possibility. I think it's going to be something worth paying attention to. We've talked about Keyshawn Vaughn in the past here at Pewter Report, his ability as a runner, a little bit as a receiving back as well. He's going to have a lot to prove. Obviously, going into a contract year, with these more opportunities, we'll see if Keyshawn Vaughn can make some money for himself. We'll see if Keyshawn Vaughn can showcase what he can do, why he was the 76th overall pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, why he was a third-round draft pick for a reason. And right now, folks, it's going to be worth paying attention to. Keyshawn Vaughn battling against Chase Edmonds. looking to get some opportunities as a number 2 running back and potentially have a semi-breakout season, maybe even a full-on breakout season if he is able to make the most of those opportunities and really surprise some people who have been down on him the past couple of years. But folks, let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions about Keyshawn Vaughn down in the comments section below. I would love to hear it. Do you think Keyshawn Vaughn can make the most of these opportunities and really put himself on the map, really get some good, stats out there and really be able to showcase his abilities, maybe make himself some money with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or another team down the line? Or do you think you'd rather prefer a guy like Chase Edmonds or maybe even adding another running back in general? Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions. I would love to hear them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. And as always, folks, we'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, folks, goodbye for now and see you soon.